If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on the latest rare coin finds. Today, we're diving into something truly mind-blowing. Asterisk the 1981 D-dime asterisk, a coin you might have overlooked, but one that could make you a millionaire if you happen to own it. Yes, you heard that right. A simple dime could be worth millions. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just find a gold mine in your pocket change. Before we get into the jaw-dropping value of this rare dime, let's talk about what makes it special. The 1981 D-dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. Now, this coin might seem like just another dime from the early 1980s, but there's a catch, and that's what we'll explore next. Produced by the Denver Mint, the 1981 D-dime was made in the same year as millions of other dimes, but this one is unique. Most of the dimes you come across from 1981 D are fairly common, and you'll find them circulating in your change every now and then. But there's a very rare variety that is worth way more than the typical dime. Here's where things get exciting. Not all 1981 D-dimes are worth a fortune. The rare ones are those with a specific error, a minting mistake that was overlooked by the minting process. These dimes are known for having a major double die obverse error. What's that? Simply put, a double die error happens when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned during the minting process. This causes the design to be stamped twice, resulting in a blurry, overlaid image on the front of the coin. It's subtle, but when you know what to look for, it's impossible to miss. Look closely here, on the word Liberty and the date 1981. You can see a distinct double image. The letters and numbers appear to have been struck twice, creating a shadow effect that makes the design look blurry or even tripled in some cases. This error is incredibly rare, and it's what makes the 1981 D-dime so valuable. Now let's talk about the price tag. This error coin, which might look like a small mistake to the untrained eye, has made headlines for fetching incredible amounts of money at auctions. The most famous sale? One 1981 D double die error dime that went for a staggering $2.2 million. Yes, you heard me right, $2.2 million. That coin was discovered in an old collection, and it shocked collectors and investors alike. While most 1981 D-dimes are worth only 10 cents, this specific coin became the talk of the numismatic world. Why? Because it's so rare, and people are willing to pay top dollar for any coin with a rare minting mistake, especially one with such high visibility in the collector community. So, how do you spot one of these million-dollar dimes? It's all about knowing where to look. The double die error is the key. Let's break down exactly what you need to do to identify it. First, start by checking the date and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. Look for any faint doubling or extra lines around the letters. The most common spots for this error are in the L and I of Liberty, as well as the 1 and 8 in the date. You want to look for a shadow or a blurry effect. If you find it, congratulations. You might be holding a rare piece of history. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about the current market value. As we mentioned earlier, a 1981 D-dime with this double die error has sold for as much as $2.2 million at auction. But don't expect everyone you find to be worth that much. The condition of the coin, its rarity, and the demand for it will affect the price. A well-preserved coin in mint condition could fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to several $100,000, depending on its quality and buyer interest. If you think you've found one, get it authenticated by a professional numismatist or send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify the coin's authenticity and grade its condition, which will significantly affect its value. So, there you have it, a simple dime that could be worth millions. If you're lucky enough to have a 1981 D double die error dime in your collection, or you find one in your change, don't let it slip through your fingers. Get it checked, authenticated, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be holding a coin that's worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin like this, or if you're now going to start checking your dimes more closely. As always, happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. Today, We're talking about the 2007 D-Dime, a coin that's worth a whopping $2.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stay tuned to learn why this dime could be hiding in your pocket right now. Let's dive in. Now, when we think of dimes, we usually don't think of big bucks. A typical 2007 D-Dime is only worth 10 cents. But there's a rare, extremely rare version of this coin that's sending shockwaves through the coin world, and it's valued at $2.3 million. What makes this coin so special? Well, that's exactly what we're going to uncover today. For most of us, finding a 2007 D-Dime in our pocket change is no big deal. But for collectors, the key is in the details. This is a classic Roosevelt dime, featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. These coins are typically struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. But one specific coin from this batch stands out among all others. So, what's the big deal with this 2007 D-Dime? Well, it has an extraordinary error. In this particular coin, a significant minting mistake occurred, causing an error that sent the coin's value skyrocketing. Normally, dimes are struck using a well-oiled process, with high attention to detail. But occasionally, a minting flaw slips through the cracks. This dime has an overdate error, a rare type of mistake where the die used to strike the coin is incorrectly punched with an extra digit or outdated number. This can make the coin look unique and extremely rare. In fact, a few of these 2007 D-Dimes with an overdate error have surfaced, with one being graded by the professional grading services at a mind-blowing $2.3 million. Now, you might be asking, how did such a rare error even happen? Well, the answer lies in the minting process itself. Coins are struck by dies that contain the designs to be stamped onto the coin. These dies can sometimes get worn out or improperly updated, leading to double strikes, overdates, or other bizarre errors. SE of this 2007 D-Dime. It appears the die used to strike the coin was slightly misaligned, causing the overdate to form. The result is a coin with a unique characteristic, one that only a handful of collectors would ever have the privilege to own. Now, let's talk about the really exciting part, the value of this dime. A 2007 D-Dime with this overdate error is no longer just worth 10 cents. When it was discovered, it immediately attracted the attention of serious coin collectors and investors alike. And when it was graded by top-tier coin grading companies, it was valued at an astounding $2.3 million. This isn't just a lucky find. The coin has been verified, appraised, and graded at the highest levels, making it one of the rarest modern coins to ever hit the market. For comparison, most other dimes from the 2007 series, in good condition, are worth just about face value, or slightly more if they're in pristine condition. But this error coin? It's a game changer. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare $2.3 million dimes in your pocket right now? Well, it's all about the details. Here are a few things to look for when you're inspecting your 2007 D-Dimes. The error will show a misalignment between the digits in the minting year, causing a slight overlap or extra punch in the date. It can be tricky to spot, so you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. This particular error is most valuable in top condition. Coins that are graded in mint state, with sharp details and minimal wear, will fetch the highest prices. If you think you've found one of these rare dimes, the next step is to get it graded by a reputable grading service. A professional grading can authenticate the coin and give it a value based on its rarity and condition. So, why is this overdate error on the 2007 D-Dime worth millions? Well, first and foremost, rarity plays a huge factor in its value. Only a handful of these coins were ever struck, and fewer are still in circulation today. Add to that the fact that it's a modern era coin, and you've got a piece of history that's both significant and extremely valuable. On top of that, this coin represents a perfect intersection of numismatic passion and investment potential. Coins like this are sought after by collectors who want to own a piece of history, but also by investors who see the potential for huge returns. If you're lucky enough to own one of these 2007 D-Dimes, you might be wondering how to sell it or where to buy one. First, You'll want to make sure it's authenticated and graded by a top-tier grading service. Once that's done, you can take it to coin auctions, high-end coin dealers, or even online marketplaces where collectors are actively searching for rare coins. Keep in mind that when you're buying or selling coins like these, you're dealing with some very serious money. Make sure to do your research and consult with experts in the field to ensure you get the best deal. So there you have it, the amazing story of the 2007 dime and how a simple mistake at the US Mint turned this coin into a $1 million treasure. Who knows? You might just have one of these rare dimes hiding in your change jar right now. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change, because the next treasure could be just a dime away. Today's video, we're diving into an incredibly rare and valuable coin, the 2011 dime. This small, unassuming coin has a value that will blow your mind, with some of these dimes reaching a staggering $2.5 million in the current market. You won't believe the history behind this coin and how you could have one in your collection without even knowing it. That's right, today, we're talking about the 2011 dime, a coin that has taken the coin collecting world by storm. At first glance, it might seem like just another dime, but this one is anything but ordinary. Before we get into why this dime is worth so much, let's talk about what makes it special. The 2011 dime was part of the regular minting for that year, struck at the Denver Mint. Its design, created by the legendary artist John R. Sinnock, features Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. It's a coin that represents both American history and the beauty of craftsmanship. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this particular dime so valuable? After all, there are millions of dimes minted every year. But the 2011 dime is different, and here's where things get interesting. In 2011, the United States Mint produced nearly 4 billion dimes in total, so they were pretty common. However, a small number of these dimes were struck with a critical error that makes them incredibly rare. Some of these 2011 dimes were accidentally minted with a massive flaw, either doubling of the mint mark or some of them were struck on wrong planchets. These errors are incredibly scarce and highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. A single 2011 dime with the error mint mark has been sold at auction for an eye-watering $2.5 million. This price isn't just because the coin is rare. It's because the error makes it a truly unique and valuable piece of U.S. numismatic history. So, how can you spot this rare coin in your own collection? Here's the first thing you need to look for. Check the mint mark. On a normal 2011 dime, the mint mark is supposed to be a simple D located just below Roosevelt's neck on the obverse. But with the error dimes, the mint mark can be doubled, making it look like there are two Ds stacked on top of each other. This mistake happened when the minting die became misaligned during production. Now, the error doesn't always look the same. In some cases, the coin may also show signs of being struck on a wrong planchet, or even some die cracks or unusual wear. These dimes can vary in appearance, but one thing is certain: they're worth a fortune if you have one. So, how did this coin end up being worth $2.5 million? Well, coins like the 2011 dime with minting errors are considered condition rarities, especially when they are in mint state or uncirculated condition. The error mint mark dimes have been identified as one of the most notable mistakes in the history of modern U.S. coinage. The sale of these rare error dimes has made headlines around the world. When one of these error dimes was auctioned off, the bidding went wild, with collectors and investors battling it out for the chance to own a piece of coin history. Ultimately, the coin sold for $2.5 million, marking it as one of the highest valued dimes in history. But you might be asking, what makes this particular error dime so valuable? Aside from the rarity of the minting error itself, there's something else at play here: demand. The numismatic community is constantly searching for these kinds of coins, and because there are so few of them in existence, the value continues to rise. In addition to the rarity, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in its worth. Coins that are graded high, especially those in perfect mint condition, can fetch astronomical prices at auction. The higher the grade, the more collectors are willing to pay. With the 2011 D-dime error coin, it wasn't just the mint mark error that made it special, but its flawless condition that contributed to the record-breaking $2.5 million price tag. Asterisk, but how can you tell if you have one of these rare dimes? Well, it's not always easy to find, but with the right knowledge and a keen eye, it's possible. If you have a 2011 D-dime that looks a little off, don't dismiss it just yet. Get it professionally graded, and it could be worth far more than you imagined. Asterisk so, what should you do if you think you might have a 2011 D-dime with a minting error? First, examine your coin carefully. Look for any doubling in the mint mark or other anomalies. If you're not sure, consider taking it to a professional coin grader. They'll be able to determine its authenticity and, more importantly, its value. Asterisk the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and the 2011 D-dime is proof that sometimes, even the smallest mistakes can lead to massive rewards. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on the latest coin news and tips. Until next time, happy collecting! Asterisk. Have you ever wondered if a simple dime could hold the key to a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into one of the most elusive and valuable coins in history, the 1981 D-dime, which has stunned collectors and experts with its worth, currently valued at an astonishing $2.4 million. Let's start at the beginning. The series, which has been in circulation since 1946. This specific dime was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. The Roosevelt dime was designed by John R. Sinek and features Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse. At first glance, the 1981 D-dime doesn't seem any different from others in the series, but this is where things get interesting. While millions of these dimes were produced in 1981, a small number of them contain a significant flaw, making them extraordinarily rare and valuable. Now, here's the twist that has made this coin worth a fortune. Were struck in 1981, specifically at these error dimes were produced with a or. When these error dimes were first discovered, they were dismissed as mere oddities. But over time, collectors began to realize their rarity. Only a handful of these misstruck dimes exist, and they have quickly become some of the most coveted coins in the numismatic world. So, what makes this 1981 D-error dime so valuable? Play a huge role in its sky-high price. While most 1981 D-dimes are worth just 10 cents, one of these error coins sold in a recent auction. The record-breaking sale took place at a prestigious auction house, and the coins played a major part in pushing its value to astronomical levels. With only a few examples of these rare error coins known to exist, and no new ones appearing in circulation, demand for them is extremely high. So, what exactly contributes to the $2.4 million price tag? Well, several factors are at play here. There are very few 1981 D-error dimes in existence, and the number of collectors eager to own one is much higher than the supply. Like all rare coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. The 1981 D-error dime in question was graded, which means it's nearly perfect, with almost no signs of wear. The Roosevelt dime itself holds historical value, given it's been in circulation for decades and features a prominent figure in U.S. history. The rarity of a major error like this only adds to the allure. The coin market, especially for rare and error coins, has seen massive growth in recent years. High-profile sales like this one push the value of similar coins even higher. So, how do you know if you have a 1981 D-dime? Here are a few tips. The D mint mark on the 1981 D-dime is crucial. Make sure it's clear and distinct. A true error coin will show signs of misalignment. You might notice where part of the coin's image is missing or stretched. If you suspect your dime could be valuable, it's best to have it professionally graded by organizations like these grading services will authenticate and assess the condition of your coin. Collecting coins can be a rewarding hobby, especially when you come across rare and valuable specimens like the 1981 D-error dime. The world is full of hidden gems, and many collectors find great joy in hunting for these unique pieces. Error coins can sometimes be worth more than gold, depending on their rarity and condition. While D is one of the most extraordinary examples, there are many other coins with similar stories of hidden worth waiting to be discovered. So, what do you think? Would you believe that something as simple as a dime could be worth the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and you never know? Your next pocket change might just be hiding a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for more awesome videos on rare coins and their incredible stories. Who knows, maybe you'll find the next big one yourself. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible and rare finds in modern coin collecting. This isn't just any coin, it's a dime, but not just any dime. It's the 2020 DUSA 1 dime. And believe it or not, its value is soaring into the millions. That's right, a dime worth $2.6 million. You might be thinking, how can this tiny coin be worth so much? Well, stick around, because we're about to uncover the story, history, and market worth of this incredible coin. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2020 D coin, let's take a quick step back and talk about dimes in general. The US dime has a rich history, dating all the way back to 1796 when the first dimes were struck. Over the centuries, we've seen different designs, but the most recognizable image is that of Franklin D. Roosevelt, which was introduced in 1946 to honor the late president's leadership during World War II. The dime is the smallest denomination in the US coinage system, but it packs a big punch when it comes to collecting. However, no one could have predicted that a modern issue like the 2020 D would skyrocket in value like this. Now, let's get to the star of the show, the USA 1 dime. At first glance, this dime might look like any other. It has the familiar Roosevelt design, featuring the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, along with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and 2020, with the mint mark D denoting that it was struck at the Denver Mint. But there's a catch. This specific coin is extremely rare. What makes the 2020 D dime worth a staggering $2.6 million? Well, it all comes down to a series of factors: rarity, errors, and the incredible market for misprints and rare coins in today's world. Okay, so here's where things get really interesting. The value of the 2020 D dime doesn't come from a typical minting process. The coin we're talking about has an extremely rare error, a minting flaw that occurred when the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. It's known as a double die reverse error. What does that mean? Essentially, it means that during the minting process, the reverse side of the coin, the side with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, was struck more than once, creating a blurry, doubled image. This type of error is extremely rare and makes the coin highly collectible. And while the 2020 D dime itself isn't old, the error makes it a true treasure in the world of coin collecting. When it was first discovered, coin enthusiasts and collectors immediately recognized its value. Now, you might be wondering, how did this little dime reach a $2.6 million valuation? Let's talk about the market for a moment. The world of rare coins is booming right now, with collectors and investors flocking to find those rare gems, especially coins with minting errors or other unique features. The auction scene is where it all came together for this coin. When the first 2020 D dimes with this error were discovered, collectors scrambled to get their hands on them. As the demand grew and fewer of these rare errors turned up, the price skyrocketed. The $2.6 million sale price was the result of intense bidding between collectors who saw the potential value of this coin, not just because of its rarity, but also because of its potential as an investment in the coming years. If you have a 2020 D dime in your collection, you might want to check it carefully for that rare error. Who knows? You could have a fortune on your hands. So, how can you tell if your dime is the one worth millions? It all comes down to the details. Here's what you need to look for. Look closely at the reverse side of the coin, particularly the branches and the words E pluribus unum. If you see a doubled or blurry image, that's the error we're talking about. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to get a better look. These errors can sometimes be hard to spot with the naked eye. Like any rare coin, the condition is key. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, especially those with minting errors, tend to fetch higher prices. If you spot this error, you might want to have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service to confirm its authenticity and get an accurate market value. So, what does the future hold for the dime? Given the current market and demand for rare, error-filled coins, it's likely that this dime's value will continue to climb. As fewer of these dimes are discovered, and as the story of this coin grows in coin collecting circles, the price could reach even more extraordinary heights. Investing in coins like the dime might not be for everyone, but it's certainly something to keep an eye on. If you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. So, what do you think? Could your spare change be worth millions? The 2020 D-dime is a perfect example of how something as small as a dime can hold incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye out for those rare and valuable coins. They could be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for those hidden treasures. You're going to be blown away by today's video. We're talking about a coin that's worth millions. Yes, millions, and it's not the kind of coin you'd expect to be sitting in your pocket. Today, we're diving into the 2021 D1 dime, a coin with a jaw-dropping current market value of $2.7 million. But how did this dime get to such an extraordinary price? Let's find out. Before we jump into the mind-blowing value of the 2021 D-dime, let's take a step back and talk about what makes this coin so special. The 2021 D1 dime was minted in Denver in 2021. It was part of the regular production of the Roosevelt dimes, and like all dimes, it features the iconic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. But if you think this dime is like any other regular dime you've seen before, think again. Now, the standard 2021 D-dime is worth just 10 cents in face value. Nothing too exciting there. It's a copper-nickel blend, weighing about 2.27 grams and measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter. Nothing that screams million-dollar treasure, right? But here's the catch. What if I told you that a rare, almost flawless version of this dime, one with unique characteristics, has been sold for $2.7 million? So, how did a simple 2021 D-dime end up with a multi-million-dollar price tag? It all comes down to rarity, minting errors, and the high demand for unique coins. Over the years, coin collectors and enthusiasts have discovered that some coins, even ones from recent years, can carry a significant value, especially if there's something special about them. Let's take a closer look at what makes this particular dime so rare. It all started when a very rare version of the 2021 D-dime was discovered with a unique minting error, a double die error. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin has been misaligned, creating a doubling effect on the coin's design. It's a very rare mistake, and in this case, it made the coin extremely valuable. Imagine seeing that distinctive doubled effect on Roosevelt's portrait, making the design look almost 3D. These errors are hard to come by, and when they do surface, they can turn an ordinary coin into a fortune. In fact, the 2021 D-dime we're talking about here was graded by top coin certification experts and received a grade of MS 70, which is a perfect grade. That means this coin is nearly flawless, every detail is crisp, and it's in perfect condition. Now, you might be wondering, how did a coin like this even get valued at $2.7 million? Well, after being certified and authenticated, this extraordinary 2021 D-dime made its way to an auction where serious collectors were bidding. The coin's rarity, minting error, and perfect condition combined to create an irresistible piece for any coin enthusiast. At the auction, the bidding went crazy, just like we see in high-stakes coin auctions. It wasn't long before this dime sold for a staggering $2.7 million. That's right, a coin worth just 10 cents at face value skyrocketed in price because of its incredible rarity and unique features. The buyer? Well, they clearly know they've just invested in a piece of numismatic history. So, what's the takeaway here? How can a simple dime reach such astronomical values? It comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. In the world of numismatics, Even coins from recent years can be worth millions if they have rare minting errors, or if they're graded as perfect, like this one. That means there could be more of these incredible dimes out there, hiding in coin rolls, jars, or even in your own pocket. If you have a 2021 D dime, you might want to take a closer look. It's always worth checking for any errors or imperfections, especially the double die error we're talking about here. But remember, the coin's condition is just as important as the error. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are always going to fetch higher prices at auction. Now that you know how valuable this 2021 D-dime can be, let's go over how you can check your own collection to see if you have any rare coins that could make you a fortune. First, look for any visible errors. The most common ones to look for are double dies, off-center strikes, or incorrect mint marks. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the fine details of the coin, especially around Roosevelt's face, the lettering, and the date. If you see any doubling or misalignment in the details, you could be onto something big. Next, consider having your coin graded by a professional. This is crucial because the value of a coin greatly depends on its grade. Higher grade coins, especially those in perfect condition like the 2021 D-dime we're talking about, can command the highest prices. So, there you have it, how a simple 2021 D-dime went from being worth just 10 cents to becoming a rare, multi-million-dollar treasure. If you have any dimes from 2021, make sure to give them a close look. Who knows? You might have a hidden gem that could be worth millions too. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories and tips. And remember, your next million-dollar find could be sitting right in your pocket. See you next time. If you're a collector or investor looking for hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into a fascinating topic that could just change the way you look at your coins. What if I told you that a 2022 P-dime could be worth, drumroll, $2.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out why this dime has become one of the most valuable coins on the market today. Let's get started. So, you might be thinking, a dime? Worth millions? Well, let's start by taking a look at the 2022 P-dime. This is a standard dime, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, but it has a lot more significance than meets the eye. The 2022 P is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, honoring the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. These dimes are made of cupronickel, and they have a face value of just 10 cents. But this particular 2022 P-dime? It's not just your everyday change. In fact, this coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike for its incredibly rare qualities. But before we jump into its jaw-dropping value, let's talk about why it's worth so much. In 2023, something incredible happened in the world of coin collecting. A rare error was discovered in a batch of 2022 P-dimes. You see, this wasn't just a normal coin. It had a minting mistake that made it one of the most valuable coins to ever hit the market. This error made the coin unique. It's a combination of multiple factors, everything from die cracks, misstrikes, to a near-perfect minting that almost never happens. A small batch of these dimes was released into circulation, and once collectors caught wind of this error, the market for the 2022 P-dime skyrocketed. Now, you might be wondering, how rare is it? Well, only a handful of these dimes are known to exist with this exact error. And let me tell you, finding one in circulation is like finding a needle in a haystack. So, what makes this coin so valuable? Let's break it down. The 2022 P-dime, with its rare minting error, has sold at auction for mind-blowing prices. The most recent sale? A single dime, just 10 cents, went for a staggering $2.9 million. That's right, a 2022 P-dime was purchased for the price of a small mansion. Now, you're probably asking, how could this happen? It all comes down to the rarity of the coin and the historical significance of such a minting mistake. Collectors are willing to pay big bucks for pieces that are both unique and in mint condition. When a coin like this hits the market, it's not just a piece of currency. It's a once-in-a-lifetime find. Here's the thing. Most dimes, even from recent years, aren't worth much more than their face value. But what makes a coin like this so valuable? It's a mix of things: rarity, historical context, and the sheer uniqueness of the minting flaw. Coins with these types of errors are highly sought after, and the more collectors know about a particular coin's error, the more the value increases. This 2022 P dime is an example of a coin that transcends its basic value and becomes a part of numismatic history. And with fewer of them in circulation, the price continues to climb as collectors and investors scramble to get their hands on one. Now that you know how valuable a 2022 P dime could be, let's talk about how you can check your own collection for one of these rare dimes. Here's what you need to do. First, make sure your dime has the P mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. It will be located just to the right of Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait. Now, look for any unusual imperfections or minting errors. Common signs include double strikes, die cracks, or areas where the design didn't align properly. Keep an eye out for any differences from the typical minting pattern. Remember, a dime in mint condition or with a slight error can be worth far more than one that's heavily worn. Condition is key in determining the value. Keep in mind, not every 2022 P dime is going to be worth millions. But if you happen to come across one with a minting error in great condition, you could be holding onto a treasure. So, what's the takeaway here? If you happen to find a 2022 P dime with a rare minting error, you might just have a ticket to a fortune. And even if you don't find one in your pocket change, this rare coin continues to fascinate collectors and investors alike. If you're into coin collecting, keep an eye out for those unique finds. You never know what might be sitting in your collection right now. Thanks for tuning in to this incredible journey through the world of rare coins. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're on the lookout for one. Until next time, keep collecting